Good evening, everyone. I am back, and I'm going to try to introduce you to quizzes through Microsoft Forms as a result of trying to troubleshoot one of our colleagues who was having some difficulty. I'm here in our help desk chats, and Amy had a great question. She's not seeing a couple of features on her forms, so I want to jump out to Chrome. I don't know how this works with Safari. Apple browser people might experience some difficulties between Apple and Microsoft. But here is my link to Microsoft Forms. You can get there through Office 365 or whatever you do. This is just a quick access button that I've got on my Manage Bookmarks bar. Here on this screen, once my forms open, you can see that I've got a few different things here that I have used. It's like a couple of different pages, but I've got a bunch of different quizzes and stuff here, and I've been using them for quite a while. I want to draw your attention to the most important piece of what I'm going to tell you. There are two options here. I can create a new form in Microsoft Forms, or I can create a new quiz. And if you are going to be submitting something that's going to have correct answers and points, you have to do a quiz. If you do a form in Microsoft Forms, it's like a survey. So if you look over here and you see I've got a technology survey and a calls classroom can continue survey, the survey is a form, but my quiz, like my health chapter 3 here, is a quiz. So in order to initiate a quiz, you have to go here. Now, once you do that, you're going to have to type in your questions and all that kind of stuff, which is a little time consuming. So I'm going to jump into a quiz that I've already got, and I'm just going to look at this simple one. So I'm going to open this one up and I'm going to show you. As we wait for it to load, now you see that it's Chapter 3 quiz, 15 points, 15 questions. I tell them in the comment section to select the single best answer. I can modify this just by clicking on it. If I click in the plain white space on the side, it goes back to, and it saves like automatically. So if I hover in this box and I want to change anything here, I can do that. Select the single best. Now this is when you first open up a new quiz, what it's going to give for you. Now let's look at my questions. So my question here, I type my question in, but one of the things I want you to notice is as I hover over vitamin, the vitamin anywhere on the vitamin line, I can see these buttons here, which give me the opportunity to click the radial buttons. It also gives me the ability to trash this by deleting it, add a display message if they pick this one, like, haha, no, it's not vitamin, and then here's the correct answer. Now, the correct answer checkbox is what I choose when I'm on the correct one. So you can see that a nutrient is the correct answer. It's a health class. Sorry, it's a pretty simple quiz. But I've already checked this. Just by hovering over the checkbox, you can see I'm going to change my correct answer. It's not really a mineral. I don't want to leave it that way. Okay, so it's the correct answer. So these buttons here with a display to give them a text response. If they choose this one, you can reference a page. Please go to lecture slide 17. Please go to page 178. Or you can check the correct answer. And the last thing that I want to show you is the point box. The point box only appears in a quiz. It does not appear in a form. So if you create a form, and then you're not going to get points scored. Now you can see here that I can mark this for multiple answers, and I can check all of the correct answers, and at that point in time, it'll take however many correct answers I want to give it. Say all 4 of these are correct. But I'm now going to deselect these incorrect answers, and then I'm going to go back to my single answer because nutrient is the correct answer. The required tab is what you would click if you need them to answer this before they move on, which I think is disadvantageous to use in my personal opinion, because this means that they don't move on beyond this one. What if they just don't know the answer? maybe they leave it blank. I'd rather them guess and get it wrong than leave it. But I tried the required button and got a few technical issues with kids, so I just opted to no longer make any of them required. In a survey, I use the required button quite a bit more. And then if you want to have more settings for questions, you can shuffle them, you can subtitle, you can add branching, and play around with these. Branching would just mean that if they answer one question a particular way, there can be a subordinate branch or a secondary question, and you can do that for correct answers to gauge how deep they know. Ask them a superficial answer like nutrient, and then maybe ask them another question. Like a subordinate question would be like, identify which of the following list is not a nutrient, and then you give them a list of a few things, and you can see if you can measure their depth of knowledge. So, sorry this was kind of long, but I wanted to talk to you guys about a new quiz, 4 points, and correct answers versus a new form, which is a lot more like a survey. I hope this was beneficial. If you have additional questions about forms, Microsoft Forms, or quizzes in Microsoft Forms, please hit us up in the help desk, and one of us will try to answer your questions in the commentary text or with another video. Thank you.